Hello, everyone, and welcome to Demo Fridays here on StephenPlays. My name is Stephen George. I play video games. Today it's a demo, and the demo is Magic 2012 Duels of the Planeswalkers. Now, if you guys watch my vlog, Stephen Vlog, you will be aware that I'm a very big Magic fan. I've been playing Magic for several years, and I think it's probably one of my favorite hobbies. I'm very fond of it, and I'm very excited to play this game. Now, I own the original Duels of the Planeswalkers for the 360. This is the sequel, and from what I understand, they basically just took the game and made it even better, so I'm very, very excited to get started with this demo. Alright, how much Magic the Gathering have you played? None, a little, a lot. Well, I've played a lot. AI skill level has been set to Mage, unlock the full game to play against more challenging opponents. Okay, let's continue. So we have campaign, multiplayer, custom game, extras, unlock the full game, and exit game. Then we have deck management, achievements, leaderboards, help, and options. Well, I want to actually play the demo, so I'm going to go to campaign. Alright, I'm immediately reminded of the level up system in Final Fantasy X, where with the nodes. I don't know if you guys have played that. Anyway, tutorial. I know how to play, and assuming that this game uses the same control scheme and layout that Duels of the Planeswalkers 1 did, it should be pretty easy for me to pick up. So let's move on to Koth. This tutorial contains helpful information. Do you want to play the tutorial? No. Alright, so they're going to give us two decks to try out. We have a white deck and a green deck. Personally, I'm more fond of white, so I'm going to go with white. Koth is a red planeswalker, so we're going to be fighting red. I think we'll be fine. Alright, our turn. Now, if you don't know how to play Magic the Gathering, I am going to do my absolute best to actually teach you some of the fundamentals of the card game. Now, first thing you need to realize is that Magic the Gathering is a card game created, let's see, don't mess this up, I think 1993 by Richard Garfield. It consists of two or more players. The most common format is with two players, and you are dueling to the death. You are wizards. You are planeswalkers. That is what your characters are called. You each have 20 life points, and you can see in the bottom left corner of the screen, you can see my name there, XFISJMG1. And under that is 20. That's my health points. Up in the top right is Koth. That's the other planeswalker that I'm fighting against. And you can see he has 20 health as well. What you do is you use mana to summon creatures to fight the other planeswalker and try to get their health down to 0 so you are declared the victor. Got it? Well, I'll try to explain as I go along. Now, in the game, there are different types of cards. This is a basic land card. That's what's going to be fueling your powers. So we have 3 planes. It's a pretty good hand. We have a creature here, Core Outfitter. Another creature, Core Hookmaster. We have an artifact, the Trusty Machete, and another Trusty Machete. This actually is not a bad hand at all. Okay, so we've got 2 creatures. Let's take a look at them. In the bottom right corner of any creature card, you're going to have 2 numbers. The number on the left is the attack power of the creature. The number on the right is the health of the creature. So this creature can dish out 2 damage, and it can take 2 damage. Same thing with the Hookmaster. Now, in addition to their health and their attack power, they also have things written on the card. So this Core Outfitter is a Core Soldier, and it says when Core Outfitter enters the battlefield, you may attach target equipment you control to target creature you control. Excellent. We also have the Core Hookmaster, who says when Core Hookmaster enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. The creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untapped step. Interesting. So these are things that we're going to be explaining a little more as we go on. And this isn't really meant to be a tutorial on how to play Magic, but I have a feeling it'll probably turn into it just because I'm really passionate about Magic the Gathering. I really love the game. And hopefully during this demo I won't screw up anything, because I know that there's going to be some people who have played Magic for a long time watching this, and I want to make sure I do everything right. So if I mess up, give me a break, but we're going to see how I do. So this equipment's going to be really useful, and it costs 2 to equip. We can take advantage of the Core Outfitter's ability here. But anyway, it's our turn. We're going first, so no matter what, at the beginning of every turn, if you can, you're going to want to play a land. And there's going to be people in the comments who are like, but wait, you might want to play a land later. Okay, for the sake of argument, let's just say it this way. You can play 1 land a turn, so you want to, if you can. Okay, so now we have that out there, and we can play a card. So we have the Trusty Machete, which costs 1, and we have Trusty Machete, which costs 1. And we might as well get it out there. So let's put the Trusty Machete out on the battlefield. All right, main phase passes. Go to our second main phase because there's no combat phase. It passes, and we switch to Koth's turn. Now, since we went first, we don't get to draw a card, but every other turn in the game, you will be drawing a card. Well, what the heck do we have here? A Grim Lavamancer. So he's playing a creature that costs 1. It's a rare because you can tell from the golden symbol on the line where it says Human Wizard. It has a D12. That's golden, so it's a rare card. It's a 1/1, and he can pay 1 red mana and tap the card. We'll get more to that in a second. And exile 2 cards from his graveyard, and it'll deal 2 damage to target creature or player. So that's something known as ping. He can ping us. He actually has to go through quite a bit to do that, but if he wants it to happen, he can probably make it happen. So we have to accept that that's going to happen. We have to let them know that we are continuing. And the reason is there's cards in the game where we'll actually be able to alter what's going on. So if they play a card and we're playing blue, for example, there's blue cards like Cancel, which will allow us to actually stop that spell. Anyway, let's go over here. This is what we drew. This is a Kitesail Apprentice. It's a 1/1, and as long as Kitesail Apprentice is equipped, it gets +1/+1 and has flying. Well, we already have this out on the field. Equipped creature gets +2/+1. So you can already see that there's going to be some crazy stuff happening very, very soon. So what I want to do first is play a land, because we want to have more mana available for us. And let's see here. When this enters the battlefield, you may attach target equipment you control to target creature you control. I think the best course of action is to play the Kitesail Apprentice, and then to also play the other Trusty Machete. This is a pretty sick hand. I'm actually really excited about what's going on now. Now, because it's going ahead and telling us now, as soon as you bring out a creature, the turn that you bring out the creature, it has something called Summoning Sickness, which prevents it from attacking that turn, so it has to wait a turn. Now, it can block, and if we get attacked, I'll certainly explain that. So he's putting another land on the field. Combat phase, he's going to skip, going to main phase, and at the end of his turn, it looks like he's playing another 1/1 creature. Mountain Walk just means that if I have red land, if I have mountains that I have laid down on my field, that his creatures would be unblockable and they'd be able to attack me, and I wouldn't be able to block them with my own creatures. So I have to accept this, and I do because there's nothing I can do about it anyway. His main phase is going to pass, so it's going to be my turn. I get to draw another land. That's fine by me. Okay. So we have a few options here. We've got 3 mana, and none of his guys can fly. Okay. Well, this is pretty cool. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring this into the battlefield, and when it comes into the battlefield, we can attach the equipment, and it doesn't matter which one because they're the same, to target creature. I'm going to attach it to this creature because if you attach an equipment, he can fly and he gets a 1/1 bonus. It's insane. So it looks like he's not going to be able to do much about that. I now have a 4/3 flying creature. A creature that can fly means that it can only be blocked by other creatures that can fly or that have a special ability called Reach, which those creatures aren't flying themselves, but they can block flying creatures. So we're in really good shape. Suddenly we have a flying 4/3. I would say that things are going really well. So we're going to go ahead and swing. That's what they call attacking. I'm going to swing in the air at Koth for 4. So he would get a chance here to block if he had any creatures that could block, but he doesn't. So he's going to take 4 and he goes to 16. All right, and it's his turn. He's going to lay another land. Combat phase, he's going to pass because I would kick his stinking butt if he attacked me. All right, and let's play another Plains. And let's see here. I have a few options. Now I can go ahead and equip this to another creature, And if I do that, they get, you know, the bonus. Now, in this particular scenario, I think it would be best to equip this to the flying creature. And the reason I'm doing that is because he's already flying. No one is going to hit him. I mean, we got a flying 6/4, and it's pretty early in the game. So he's in deep doo-doo. Also, I don't know if the game is rocking Shock or Lightning Bolt, but Lightning Bolt is a 1-mana card that can do 3 damage, and it's not going to be able to kill our flying guy because he now has 4 health. Oh, another thing I should probably mention, it hasn't really been seen because our creatures haven't been doing a whole lot of interacting with each other, is that every turn your health resets. So for example, if I were to attack with my 2/2, and he blocks with his 1/1, my 2 does 2 damage to his 1, which kills him, and his would do 1 to my 2. So I technically have 1 health left. However, at the end of my turn, it goes back to 2. Just something to throw out there. Alright, so now I guess we're going to move to our attack phase. So let's go through the main phase, and we can attack. Now we can attack with both creatures, but I'm just going to be attacking with the 6/4. I'm going to save the 2/2 in case I need to block. So let's go ahead and continue. I doubt he's going to do anything about it. 6 damage. That is hardcore. He's down to 10. It's my main phase. The reason we have a second main phase is we can do more things if we want to. For example, if I wanted to, I could move the equipment around because I have enough mana to equip it to something else if I really wanted to. But no real desire here. Let's go ahead and continue to his turn. If Koth doesn't do something quick, he is going to lose hard. Okay, so now he's swinging. Now he's like, I better do something. So we have the 1/1 Mountain Walk, and we have the 1/1 Grim Lavamancer. Now they're both 1/1s, and I have a 2/2, so I can block either one of these guys. It would be in my best interest to block the one that can do ping damage later, so let's choose to block that one. I'll let the other one go through. So we're going to continue and see if he does anything additional. Okay, it doesn't look like it. So his Goblin Mountaineer does 1 damage to me. I'm at 19 health. And the Lavamancer does 1 to me, but I do 2 to the Lavamancer, killing the Lavamancer. And at the end of his turn, he's playing the Oxida Scrap Melter, a 3/3, and when it enters the battlefield, you destroy target artifact. Ooh, that's not good for me. The artifact are my equipment. So he's going to bring that into the field, targeting one of my equipments, and it's gone. Unfortunately for him, that guy had 2 equipments. Sorry, pal. Sucks for you, doesn't it? Alright, so now we have plenty of mana to play this, should we so choose. When Core Hookmaster enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Well, we can play this, so let's do it. Alright, so we're going to tap this creature. Now he can't block, and next turn it won't untap. So we're in a really good situation right now. Let's continue. Now, because he has no blockers, because his guys are tapped, if you're tapped, you can't block, we're going to swing with both of these guys. Continue. That's going to do 6 damage, and we still have a flying 4/3, which means next turn, if Koth can't come up with anything, he is going to be very dead. Koth's down to 4 health. And back to my main phase, I don't see anything I particularly want to do, so let's continue. Alright, Koth. Let's see what you got. Playing another land. You got 5 mana. You could do something cool. Oh, boy. Oh, okay, so now we have something. It's a 4/5. No special abilities, just a 4/5. A force to be reckoned with. If only I didn't already have a flying guy. Yeah, sorry, Koth. I'm going to play another land, even though it's really not important at this point. I'm going to go ahead and continue. I have a flying 4. He has no flying guys to block. Let's continue. He has no mana to do anything. I'm sorry to say, Koth, you are done for. 4 damage to Koth. Winner. And there you go. Just as I suspected, the Magic 2012 Duels of the Planeswalkers is very similar to the regular Duels of the Planeswalkers. It's a fantastic game, absolutely fantastic, and I'm going to go ahead and say that Magic 2012 Duels of the Planeswalkers is probably also fantastic. Based solely on the demo, I'm a big fan of it. As you defeat the opponent, you get their decks. You can actually interchange cards in the decks. You actually earn cards. It's a whole lot of fun, especially given the cost, because if you're not familiar with Magic the Gathering can be an incredibly expensive hobby. If you want to play competitively, you're going to be spending hundreds of dollars on cards to build the decks. If you just want to play Magic the Gathering for fun, this is a really great way to do it. This is a really cheap game, and I would highly suggest Duels of the Planeswalkers to anyone. So congratulations, by defeating Koth, you have unlocked his deck and earned an achievement. Unlock the full game now to save your unlocked content and achievements. Well, we're not going to be unlocking the full game, but you guys can. Once again, highly consider getting this game if you are a fan of Magic or if you're interested in learning. This is also a good gateway to get you playing with physical cards. If you're interested in playing the actual physical Magic the Gathering card game, this is a good way to learn the rules and get better at the game, and then you can go down to your local comic shop or card shop and start playing in Friday Night Magic. That's every Friday night they do Magic the Gathering at different card shops. Anyway, I'm rambling, but if you enjoyed this episode, if you enjoyed this demo in any capacity, please click like. If you haven't done so already, highly consider subscribing to StephenPlays. There's a new video game episode every single day, and there's a new demo every Friday. And if you have a suggestion for a demo, please leave it in the comments below. I look at all the comments, and I certainly take those into consideration. So once again, thank you guys for joining me. And actually, I'm going to add this little tidbit, because I'm a big fan of Magic. I am highly considering doing an LP of either one of the Duels of the Planeswalkers games. If you are interested in that, voice your opinion in the comments. Let me know. Don't hold back. I do want to know that if you are interested in this, because it's been something I've considering, but I want to make sure that there's enough love for it, because it's kind of a special niche thing. But let me know, and I appreciate it. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and join me next week for another exciting Demo Fridays here on StephenPlays.